A colourful and minimalist puzzle adventure, Pathos blends traditional puzzles and a unique way of interacting with its environments. Lost and confused, Pan is forced on an adventure desperately trying to find her way home in a land full of unique and strange worlds. Hello everybody and welcome to our pitch video about Pathos. We're going to kick things off by introducing ourselves. Firstly, I'm Tom Pugh and I'm a designer and project manager for Pathos.
Hi, I'm Rob Green. I'm a designer focusing on scripting for the project.
My name is Luke Norman. I'm an environment artist and designer.
Hi, I'm Thomas Hosking. I'm the game's level designer and will also be assisting with the 3D art.
I'm Mike Henley and I'm a concept and character artist.
Pathos is a non-violent puzzle adventure game focusing on telling a story through great visuals and gameplay mechanics. The underlying rhetoric for our game is the foster care system and how children are affected by it. This was inspired by a dear friend who was our main inspiration for the game, and we would like to tell her story. The narrative has been designed to be implied in a way that the player can come to their own conclusions about the game. We designed the game around this rhetoric without explicitly stating it. Gameplay is not only narratively important, but mechanically important. This narrative creates mechanics that reflect on the experiences of a child in the foster care system. Everything revolves around water, to control machines like water wheels and Archimedes screws, puzzles that figuratively and literally are about turning and flowing. We want to change the way players and developers think about the traditional video game play, and we have a simple and cost-effective method for pursuing this project. We let the player change the flow of the world, flip it and the Vita showing something new, revealing what the player didn't even know was there. Flipping the console upside down is simple and visceral. It's what a baby does when it finds a toy for the first time. We want to make something with simplicity and accessibility that will allow a diverse range of players to come into the fascinating world of games. The core mechanic is flipping, turning upside down, both the Vita and the world. It not only helps the player perceive a different world, but adds a tangible difference to how the player engages with the game. Flipping changes the game world. The player must physically turn their console and world upside down. In the flip world, things will appear that aren't in the original world, such as open and closed gates, areas, or objects that are either broken or fixed, and symbols we call glyphs. These glyphs are used to make objects appear in the adjacent world, things that just weren't there before, like bridges, staircases, and aqueducts that change the flow of water and play in the world of the game. Water's at the centre of it all. It forms circuits that brings the level to life, by the player carefully stitching together a path with aqueducts. And it's a tactile experience. The player makes these joins with their touchscreen, with their own finger. It's too easy for a game to drown out the experience in noise. We didn't want that. Pathos has a minimalist soundscape. Water is there in the ambient sounds, but it's part of the background, part of the presence of the world in the player's mind. We're using Logic Pro X and Acid Music Studio to make and edit the in-game sound effects. We're using pianos, violins, and a lot of ambient sounds. You can hear for yourself in the direction we're moving in. This is our main character Pan. Her overall aesthetic is inspired by characters from games like Journey and Ni no Kuni that have a strong sense of identity. The player spends little time up close to her, so we've designed her to have simple forms and details, helping us to focus on her silhouette and colour palette. She carries a gourd and her gait will reflect this, pulling it along with her as she moves. With the aid of her gourd, Pan will have to overcome puzzles and venture into alternate worlds to find her way home. Giorgio Chirico and his neoclassical architecture is a major influence on the environmental design. We have a lot of arches and a simplistic approach. Games like Monument Valley and Rime were influences. They all use their environments to cater towards experiential play, allowing a player to feel the world they're in. To develop Pathos, we plan on using a variety of tools. The game engine we have chosen is Unity, and the scripting is going to be written in C#. Artwork will be completed in Maya 2015, Photoshop and Flash, and we plan on using the PS Vita publishing tools. We would like Pathos to be accessible to players of all ages and attitudes. We don't want to make something just for gamers. We're trying to cater to a wide variety of players, even those who wouldn't normally think about playing on a PlayStation Vita. Our development process is reflected in our Gantt chart planning. Each team member will be given a task for each week which must be completed. We plan to have Pathos into an alpha build by week 5 and into beta by week 7. The game consists of 7 levels in which we will be making 3 of. By using modular assets and a minimalist approach, we think that our project scope is more than achievable. We believe our project delivers a strong enough rhetoric and unique puzzle elements that is appropriate for Dare to be Digital 2015. We are Pathos Studios and thank you for listening.